Hi there, I'm Anthony from Maestro Music Centers in East Meadow, Long Island. And today I'm at the gorgeous new Lowrey Inspire. It's an amazing instrument. Not overly big, but man, it has a lot of stuff inside of it. It's Christmas time, and there's all kinds of music you can play. And one of the things that we've been doing this year in our store is playing more hymn-type music. And so I'd like to talk a little bit about how you can maybe play some of these traditional songs without necessarily playing traditional sounds. I'm going to refrain from actually using a lot of styles and things, which we normally do use, and instead really focus on how do you get the sound combinations you want. So one of the really nice things that this instrument, and many of the Lowrys have, Roland Ateliers will do the same thing, is they'll have these category setups where you can go in and there's a bunch of sounds programmed into all the setup buttons that have a theme. I'm in the category called love songs, and actually this was one of the categories that the artist Jim Vogelman helped make for Lowrey. And the window, when you have an instrument that has a large window, a screen like this, usually the window can tell you what's going to be in the various parts of the instrument. So this one says there's bells on the lower split, and then on the top it says love vocals. If I go to button 2, it says that there's a ballad flute with an alto saxophone on the lower split. Button 3, a Lowrey 8 4-foot organ. Stay down here, there's a cello. Now, if you want to make certain combinations, let's go to another category, okay? Let's go to, this category is called bells. Now, all the 11 buttons have different bells. So I happen to like, I'm on number 4 right now, and 4 is handbells. I happen to like the handbell sound. All right? So if I wanted, let's say, that handbell with some of those other sounds, how would I do that without having to change categories? Because now if I want to go to another sound from another category, I have to scroll and find the category I want. Now I'm in one that says modern, and what's in here that I can use? Here's a piano with string on top of this, a synthesizer on the bottom. Maybe I want to do this. What you would do to get those combinations together in one place is you would use the banks that are on the left, which is where you can save registrations. So I would take turn on the sound I want, and then I would memorize that into, let's say I'm going to use A. Okay, A, and then select the number of the setup I want that sound to go into, and then memorize the next sound, turn on the next sound I want, memorize that, and I could build an order of sounds that I want to play however I want to play with whatever sound I want to play. So if I now all of a sudden wanted to throw in a pipe organ sound, I could easily, go on and go and pick a pipe organ sound. But I could move it. I can go from oboe to flute to cello to pipe organ to synthesizer. Here I have to keep changing the screens. If I save them, I could just go straight down the setup row. And you can do that. So it's a really, really neat thing that you can use to play with. You can actually memorize styles and rhythms in there if you wanted to play that way, but you don't have to. And the nice part, Lowrey has this button called Easy. So if you don't play pedals, and you even only play one finger chords, that Easy button will allow you to basically play the left hand on the pedal as if you're playing a traditional style without you having to have the education behind supporting that way of playing. So you'll sound really good immediately. But it's a really, really nice thing. Christmas time, there's lots of hymns. They don't all have to be played, like I said, with just traditional organ sound or choir sound. You can kind of go out of that mold and play around a little bit. Use the categories. Just one of the things people pay for is to have the expertise of the company kind of going in there and giving you these setups. The setups here are, like jazz and country and Latin, modern, symphonic, Broadway, shows, big band. There's a whole bunch of theater presets inside of it. Around the world, so they'll have like mandolins and bagpipes and things like that. Pop organ is one of the setups on this thing, and brass, all brass sounds, and they have sounds everywhere on the splits on the top. So there's a lot of stuff built in, and that's in addition to you using the song setup features or the setups, the 22 setups that are in every rhythm style. So if you're one of my students and you want more assistance doing this, come in and we'll do a help session. If you're not one of my students, ask your teacher about using some of these features and how you can have some fun with them. And if you'd like to test drive this gorgeous Inspire, it's in our store for a while, so come on down and give it a shot. I think you'll like it. It has more on it than some of the later generation instruments, including the Sterling. There are actually more and some newer rhythm styles on here than were on the large Sterling without having such a huge cabinet. Got a gorgeous roll top. Close it up. It's kind of modern. You can't see the sides, but there's inlays of polished black lacquer on them, and the first high definition touchscreen on the Lowrey instrument. Really, really nice. Okay? Have a great day. Enjoy the holidays. Bye.